It's not flatulence. It's just this chair on the floor, the wood floor, it makes a creaking sound. Today I want to talk about this bag here. This is the CYNOVA bag for the Mavic 3. Now, something you should know about me is that I'm a bit of a backpack slut. I love bags, and anytime I find a backpack that does something better than my last bag, I typically will purchase it. Now this I did not purchase. This was actually sent to me from a company, but we're going to talk about it and I'm going to give you my unbiased thoughts and opinions on it and whether or not it's something you should consider for your Mavic 3. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Ken here. You're watching OriginaldoBo. In today's video, we're taking a look at the CYNOVA bag for the Mavic 3. Now, they did send this out to me to go ahead and review. They are not seeing this video before I post it, and they aren't telling me what I need to say. So I just wanted to clarify that before we get too far into this video. Now, I'm typically not doing product reviews on products that are sent to me. I like to purchase products so I can give an unbiased review on it. But when they did show me this bag, I was sort of like, that's sort of something I could use, so I'll be happy to look at it. I didn't promise them a video. I'm only making a video on it because I've gotten a chance to use this now for a couple of shoots, and I'm pretty happy with it. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive into this bag and I'll show you what makes it so special. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and unzip this, and when we unzip it, this front piece here, this is where your Mavic 3 is going to stow. Now what's really cool about this is you can fit up to 5 batteries in this bag. You can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 in the Mavic itself. You have room for your RC Pro or standard controller. Now I have the RC Pro installed in here, but if we take this out, there's actually an insert that will go in here, and it's in here when you purchase this for the standard RC if you do not have an RC Pro. I have my ND filters located in here. I also have my Polar Pro ND filters, but this is a spot for your charging and charging accessories. Now, one downside of this bag is the fact that this piece sort of protrudes all the way up here to the top. I don't necessarily need this, and I'm probably going to end up cutting this piece, this top piece off of here, and I'll explain more on that in a moment. Now, overall, the material of this bag is pretty nice. If we close the lid, it is a hard lid, so your Mavic 3 is firmly protected inside of this bag. The profile of this bag is also pretty skinny. It's not a very thick bag, which means it's going to be airline friendly. This is one of the problems I typically have, especially if you're somebody who flies budget airlines. You're going to have a problem fitting something under the seat. This bag will no doubt not have any problems fitting under the seat. Also, because it's so easy to access, it's going to be TSA friendly. Let me show you this top piece here. In this top piece, it gives you additional storage. If we open this up here, you can see I have a lens and I have my X-T4 inside of the bag. This is really cool, especially if you're somebody who likes to travel with a camera additional to their drone. For me, I'm doing real estate photography each day, so I like to have my camera with me at all times. The one bummer is because that piece extends so far into the bag, this top piece is pretty shallow, so the only way I can fit a lens and my camera inside of this bag is by taking the camera and lens off. Typically when I'm shooting, I have the lens attached to the camera. It's not a big deal breaker, but it is something I want to fix, and that's probably why I'll cut down that styrofoam insert so I can fit these inside a lot easier. You can also actually set it like this. That's actually a better way to go, because then you can fold this over a little easier. Let me talk about one downside to this whole top piece here. The one downside that I do have is this little piece right here. This is the magnetic latch. And then you have the clasp here. And sometimes it's a little hard to fold this over and make them make contact. But once they do make contact, it's really solid. I've had bags like this before and they've sewn these on from the outside. This one appears to be sewn from the inside. You can actually feel it on that second layer that it's sewn on the inside. So it should be pretty rigid and pretty durable for a long period of time, but it is something I just want to make mention of. There is additional storage up here if you want to put your SD cards or maybe batteries. This is a great spot to put those things. I wish I would have did that today because I actually drained the Fuji on a shoot. On the left-hand side, you have additional storage here. You can put maybe another lens, more batteries, or SD cards on that side. On the opposite side here, you have additional storage. There's like a little pouch right here where you can add batteries or even SD cards. Always great to keep additional batteries on you. Another pouch here on the left-hand side. And then, of course, can't miss to make mention of this, but this thing does support up to a 15-inch laptop inside of here. So I don't know if you can see this, but it's padded. I did go ahead and put a Razer Blade 15 inside of here and it didn't have any issues. So that is awesome, especially again, if you want to travel very minimal, this is the best way to do it. All right, so like I said, the material of this bag feels great. It's sort of like, I don't know, like a nylon plush material. It feels durable, it doesn't feel cheap, and the overall aesthetics of the bag also don't make it feel cheap. And that's the biggest problem I have a lot of times when you see these bags that come out so quickly is they just look really cheap. Sometimes they're also really bulky, so I do appreciate the fact that this has a very svelte form factor. It does have a water resistant bag, but because of this material, it'll also repel water quite well in case you do get stuck in a sudden downpour. That's again, one of the biggest downfalls with a lot of these bags is they're not splash resistant. This does have splash resistant material, and it also has a waterproof housing where you can actually cover the whole bag. The bottom portion of this is waterproof, so if it gets, you know, some water on the bottom end of this, it will not affect any of the contents inside. So overall, for me, I like traveling with backpacks. I love shooting houses with a backpack on because I know if everything is in my bag, I'm not going to leave anything behind. That is one of my biggest concerns, is losing gear, because if you do a shoot, you lose gear, well, you just lost all your profits on the day because you lost everything and you have to replace it now. So this, for me, is a big win. Like I said, I wish the latch was a little bit better. It's, you know, it is what it is. Maybe in the next version, they'll make something like a pull latch, sort of like Peak Design has. But I think for what this is, it works just fine. I believe these are about $119 on Amazon. They did ship this to me from Amazon, and it got to me in about 2 days after agreeing to take a look at this. So take that for what it is. Now, they did go ahead and send me a 15% off coupon that you can use if you do want to purchase this. There will be a link in the description below. It is an affiliate link. I do get a bit of a kickback if you do go ahead and buy one of these. I'm not saying that this is the best choice, but in lieu of just using something like a GPC case, which this is my GPC case that I've been using, and it's just one more thing I have to bring with me. I like cases, but when I'm putting stuff in the back of my Jeep, I don't want to have a bunch of crap back there that I got to keep track of. So having one bag that has everything I need is honestly, for me, the best way to go. All right, hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you already haven't, because according to my Google Analytics, a lot of you aren't hitting that subscribe button. So if you found any value of this video, be sure to go ahead and do so. I'm trying to reach an additional 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I know it's a lofty goal, but I think we're gonna get there. Stay original. I will see you in the next video.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the meth.
Your camera gear, you can store that too in this front compartment. Or you can put a beer in there. How did that get in there? Or you can store 2 beers in there. I will finish both of these.
Ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you.